I'm Hannah from Phase and this is the second video from our Back to School series. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, and remember you can also find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Phase Hitchin. In this episode, we are thinking about emotions and how we can manage them well. We can experience lots of different emotions. Sometimes we might feel sad, we might feel excited and happy, angry or worried. And it's perfectly normal to experience these different emotions. But it's also important that we learn to recognise when we are feeling these emotions and think about how we can manage them in a positive way. Maybe even over the past few months, it's felt like you've been a bit on a roller coaster of emotions. Maybe one minute you've been feeling happy and excited, and the next it's just felt all too much. Or maybe right now, the thought of going back to school makes you feel excited and happy, you can't wait to be back. Or perhaps it makes you feel worried, or maybe it's just a mixture of both. Sometimes our thoughts can tell us that something's going to be really scary when in the end it isn't as bad as we first thought. I remember the first time when I was having swimming lessons and my teacher wanted me to jump in at the deep end. I was so worried and had lots of different thoughts running through my head. But in the end, with some encouragement, I jumped in and I loved it. And it wasn't as bad as I was telling myself. And this can often be the case. We can worry about things, but it turns out often to not be as bad as we imagined it. And most of the time, we actually really end up enjoying it, like I did when I jumped in the deep end. So I just want to give you some ideas on how you can manage different emotions that you might be feeling. So firstly, talking. Make sure that you talk to someone about the different emotions you are feeling, whether that's you're feeling happy, excited or sad, and especially if you're feeling worried about something. One idea about worry is to write down the worries that you have and then come back to them later in the day, or even have a set worry time. Often when you come back to them, they don't feel as bad as they first felt when you thought of them or wrote them down. Fred Rogers says when we can talk about our feelings, they become less overwhelming, less upsetting and less scary. So find someone you can talk to about your emotions. Secondly, breathing. We all do it, but it's especially important if we're feeling overwhelmed or even if we're just feeling excited. It can be good to pause and it can be good to stop and breathe, taking a few deep breaths. And one really great way of stopping down and breathing is using your hands. And you can go up and down your fingers, and as you go up and down, you can breathe in and out, and it just helps you to be able to pause and think. Thirdly, why not create a wellbeing box? And this could have things in it that you can go to that will perhaps help calm you down, or you can go to if you're feeling a little bit sad, or if you just want to be able to be reminded of some exciting times. You can include in it a colouring sheet or a cuddly toy, a photo. It can also be really helpful to include items of the five senses, so something you can see, you can hear, you can touch, you can smell and you can taste. Fourthly, being thankful. A really good habit to develop is to focus on the things that you are thankful for, that bring you joy. Even just thinking of one a day can help. And lastly, control. So focusing on those things that you can and you can't control. And Emily's going to explore this a little bit more in the next video. So what are some of the emotions that you are feeling at the moment? Why not share these with someone? And what way might you use to manage your emotions well? We wish you all the best for starting back at school, and please remember to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos. You can also follow us on social media at Phase Hitchin. We look forward to seeing you soon.